Hey you guys, it's Jade Hooper, your gold leader, and we're going to talk about some follow-up things, okay? Fridays have, for the last 10 years, have been this like business religious holiday for me. I call it Follow-Up Friday. Sometimes we call it FUF because that's what Follow-Up Friday stands for. I had some really pivotal moments in my business that truly changed everything for me, okay? And I want to go over these things with you because when I say that these are tremendous and that these little nuggets and these little moments will truly change the absolute game for you, they will. And it really came down to a moment where I decided that I was no longer going to feel sorry for myself and that I was going to take a stand and take responsibility for my business and for my success. Okay? I've said it once and I'll say it again. I'll say it a million times. Success doesn't just happen to you. You happen to it. And it's a decision that you have to make every day. Okay? So when I first started my business, okay, I was talking to tons of people. And at one point, it felt like I was talking to like a lot of people, but there weren't very many people getting started, enrolling as ambassadors, enrolling as customers. And I was trying to figure out like, what the hell is happening? So I would follow up on Fridays because it was payday. And my game, the way that I would do this was I would start scrolling through my inbox. And I would start scrolling through my inbox. And like, as I hit people that I needed to follow up with, I would like open every single message from every single person that I talked to. And I would start sending them a message. There was really like no rhyme or reason. So if I saw someone named Samantha, I'd open it up and be like, this is an ambassador, whatever. Potential ambassador. But what I started to realize was this. I was going down the list and I would hit 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago. All of the conversations and the people that I like didn't follow through with the conversation, or I didn't follow up. Meaning I like opened it up and let's say I gave Samantha information on the business and she replied back to me asking a question. I never replied. Or someone would be like, yeah, I'm ready to enroll. And I just like I don't know what I was doing. And it was crazy because in that moment, I felt so many feelings. I was like, I'm working so hard and I'm not talking, I'm not enrolling people. And oh my God, I'm working so hard and like, it's my fault that I didn't follow up and follow through with these people. And I felt so like discouraged because I was like, how am I supposed to make up all this time and all these people that I had talked to? Now, did I go back through and did I message them? I absolutely did. But I realized that if I didn't get my crap together and I didn't become like so intentional with what I was doing, with my conversations, with my follow through with the conversations, with my follow up, like keeping track of everybody, I was going to miss out on so much business. Okay. I was going to miss out on so much growth. And there was this moment, in that moment, I started to have some anxiety. And the anxiety wasn't like, what if this doesn't work for me? My anxiety was like, what if it does and I'm not enough? What if I enroll like 50 million people and I don't know what I'm doing and I'm not enough? And so I want you guys to think for a second, is the fear that you're feeling because you don't think that you can do it? Or is it because that what if you do and you don't know if you're enough? What I want to tell you guys really quick is I didn't have an upline. I didn't have someone guiding me, telling me how to feel, sharing these little nuggets, sharing these very important kind of like moments to learn from. I had to learn these things on my own. And in that moment, I thank God every single day that in that moment, I didn't say to myself, I'm just going to throw in the towel because what's the point? Instead, I decided to empower myself. I decided to make a choice that like, in order to fix this, like I can't go back and change what I did in the past. But what I can do is decide to do different going forward. And that was a huge moment for me. So what did I do? I got it was like probably $3 or $5. Like, it was so cheap from Walmart. I still have it to this day. It literally says it's a 2013, 2014 planner. And I started writing down the people that I was talking to every single day on a daily basis. Okay. Now, this evolved over time, because over time, and as I got better at social media, and as there was Facebook and Instagram, and then also TikTok, I was talking to a crap ton of people every single day, and I'll kind of talk about how that like evolved. But I want to keep it basic, because a lot of you guys are just in that basic stage of your business where you're trying to get used to posting a lot, and you're trying to get used to messaging a lot, and you're just getting used to all of these things. And these are things that I wish that I would have known. Okay. So I would write down the people that I was talking to every single day. Now, what does talking to you mean? It does not mean every single person that I message. It means every single person that says, yes, send me info. That's what that means. Okay. If they want information, they're interested. That's all I need. I wrote their names down. Okay. At the end of the day, my goal with every single one of these people was to make sure that I was following through with the conversation. Okay. If I send Susie information on Core and she doesn't reply, I'm going to make sure I go back and say, does that make sense? You guys call it ghosting. I'm going to tell you something right now. If you get that word out of your vocabulary and you never say it again, take the word discouragement out and take the word ghosting out of your vocabulary. And I promise you, you will like birth into a different business person. Okay. Because they're not ghosting you. Why is it okay for you to be busy? Why is it okay for, your sister to text you while you're driving or cooking or cleaning or working and you not reply, because you're busy, but when you go message someone else and they don't reply, you're having like a mental meltdown, and they ghosted you and they're not interested and your life's a mess, no one cares. Like, no, they're just busy. So what I do is if someone said, yeah, I'm interested, send me info, and I send them info and they don't reply, in my brain, I say to myself, they're just busy. And I make sure to follow up like that day. I say, does that make sense? Does that make sense? What questions do you have for me? And what's the plan? Those 3 very simple statements. I don't ever say, let me know what the plan is, or let me know if you have any questions. I never say, let me know. That is so passive and it's just not confident at all. I say, what questions do you have for me? What is the plan? Does that make sense? It's like a statement, okay? So I write every single person's name down that I'm talking to. So now I know visually that I am bringing in new leads to my business every single day. You guys, you cannot build a lifetime business off of the same 100 people. You can't. You have to keep your funnel full with brand new people coming in and out every day. Okay? You have to. You want that. You know why? Because the people that you talk to today, you're not just building your business for today. You're building your business for a month from now. Because if I'm talking to Morgan, and Morgan's interested in the business, but what if she is not going to get started for like a month? I get to build my business for a month from now, today. How freaking powerful is that? So if I'm building my business right now for next month and for the month after and the month after the month after, you best believe that I'm going to be talking to as many people as I can. Like, I'm doing my future self a favor. Okay. So I would write down every single person's name in my planner of who I'm talking to. I'm drinking my hot mom juice. And then I would make sure by the end of the day, I closed out my day with my follow through by sealing the deal. My sealing the deal words were, if Morgan and I are talking about the products, I give her the prices, all the things. You guys, stop leaving it up to your customers or for people to seal the deal for you. Okay. Because what you guys have problems with is when you're talking to someone and then they're like, yep, sounds good. And then you don't know what to say next. You say, okay, perfect. Are you ready now? I can send you my link and walk you through it. That is what you say. That is your sealing the deal statement. Okay, perfect. Are you ready now? I'm placing orders now. I can help you place yours while I'm placing theirs if you have a second. You got to just initiate the conversation and keep stuff moving forward, okay? So when I say this, they either say, yes, I'm ready, send me your link, or they say, no, I'm not, or I need to wait until I get paid, or I don't have money right now. That is when I say, okay, perfect. When will you? I will get you in my schedule to reserve your spot. That is sealing the deal. I'm talking to Morgan. She says next week, Friday. So I'm going to take her. I'm going to go put her in my planner for Friday. Okay. And I'm going to write FU, follow up, next to her. If we're talking about the products, I'm going to put a P next to her name, or a C for customer. P for product, C for customer. You can go as far as to put like C and then put core, or C trim, or C weight loss. So you kind of know what it is that she was interested in. So then that way, if we have a flash deal, if we have something that's going on and you want to go do like a follow-up blast, you'll be able to very quickly see all of the people's names that were interested in being a customer and like what product they were interested in. Okay. So then when Friday comes, I'll follow up with her. Okay. Starting to write people's names down every single day changed the game for me. It was a moment of empowerment. It was the moment that I decided to like step into like taking my business really seriously. And it was huge too, because if I'm talking to someone brand new today, like I can't write down who I talked to 3 days ago. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I'm writing down new people every day. So if I have a day where I'm talking to nobody, like I didn't write anybody's names down, I know that I'm not being consistent. Does that make sense? Like I know I'm not being consistent with what I'm doing. Okay. So you guys, get yourself some sort of planner. Some of you guys are going to be digital. Listen, like it doesn't matter what kind of planner you use. It just matters that you use it. At the end of the day, that is the most important part of literally everything, is that you use the planner that you have, period. Okay. So, the most important thing for follow-up is that you have people to follow up with and that you are talking to new people every single day. Now, let's do some like troubleshooting, okay? What if you're like, I message people every day, but people are not replying back to me? My 2 questions for you would be this, and after 10 years of doing this, I can guarantee you that it is one of these 2 questions, okay? Or 3, I guess. Well, really 3. This number 3 is like a very not common thing, but I've seen it. Okay. So number 1, what is the message that you're using? You're changing the message that we're giving you that works really well. Like no message that we give you, no like scripts and messaging and stuff like that is going to work 100% of the time, but there's going to be messages that work most of the time. Like what message are you using that's working most of the time? Okay. That's number 1. So are you changing the messages that we're giving you? Stop doing that. Stop doing that. I didn't go through 10 years at making $4 million to turn around and give you things that don't work. Okay. I'm going to tell you that they're going to work like 80% of the time. And that is hella good. All right. That's number 1. Number 2, are you reaching out to enough people? I had a girl that was like, literally, no one wants this. Everybody's ghosting me. And I said, well, how many people are you messaging every day? She said 3. I said, girl, you're going to let your success, like you changing your family's life, be in the palm of 3 people's hands who are probably making their kids breakfast and like driving to work? Hell no. You got to find that like inner beast, inner fiery badass, like determination where you're like, I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to talk to whoever I need to talk to get the results that I want. Like that is a completely different level of badassery and business. When you see people who've accomplished big things, it's because that was their mindset. And whenever you're in a funk, it's because you're not stepping in and empowering yourself, because no one is going to save you. Success does not happen to you. You happen to it. It is a choice that you make every single day. And sometimes, you guys, all I have to do is message 15 people and every single one of those freaking people reply back to me. And some days I feel like God, there's like a hair on my face. Some days I'm messaging like 200 people and still nothing's happening. And it's late at night and I'm tired and I'm stressed, but I have this commitment to myself that I am not going to turn my freaking phone off and put it on the charger until someone replies to me, until I enroll someone. What if that was where you came from? What if you built your business with that every single day? Okay. And the last thing that I want to touch on before I go, because I also need to follow up and do things as well, and I'm pulling up my driveway. The last thing I want to talk about is this. If you don't follow up with people, you're not gonna enroll. You might enroll some people that you talk to on the spot, but I'm gonna tell you right now, the fortune is in the follow-up, and 80% of what your paycheck could be is gonna come from people you're following up with. So if you're talking to people one time and you're setting it and forgetting it and you're just like, whatever, you're missing out big time, and you're building someone else's business, because if these people are interested, they're going to order or enroll with someone else. I'm promising you right now, and they want to do it with people who are committed. Okay. Let me know what questions that you guys have. I love you all so much. I'm so proud of you guys. Every single day you're doing things to step out and build your business. And I just love you. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions. Love you. Bye.